Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and I am shooting this video for I don't know how many times. The last time I was getting close to being actually done, and the video, my video camera ran out of battery, so I had to recharge, and I decided rather than trying to splice it all together, I would just do a quick remake of it. So a couple weeks ago we did a planner quick tip where I showed you a brain dumping video, and from that I decided exactly what I wanted to do. Now, one thing that I have discovered for myself is, as much as I love planning in my file of facts, it's not working for everyday normal humdrum to-dos, things that we all have to do. Take out the garbage, do the dishes, and I didn't put all those in here, but those type of things. It's working great for things like doing appointments and special tasks that come up, or maybe paying bills, or telling me what day I have a payday coming. It's working perfectly for that, but it is just not working for my daily to-do list. So I took my brain dump and I grabbed my Moleskine, and this is the large size Moleskine, and it is the dot pattern, which I don't know how well the camera is picking that up, but I took that and I got busy. Now, before I did that, and while I was even before I did the brain dumping, I did some research. I looked at Pinterest and followed links to blogs. I even watched some YouTube videos, or kind of skimmed through some on bullet journaling, and I thought this will work, but not in the truest sense of the word. I'm going to make it work for me. So this planner quick tip video is actually going to be a bit longer because I'm going to show you what I've done to set up my planner. So the first thing that I did is I numbered the pages, and you see here I have a number on the right hand corner and not on the left hand corner. What I did is I just numbered the odd pages. So I started with that, and so then when we come to the first page, we have my index. Now, the index is, as by nature of this type of book, a work in progress. It tells exactly what pages you can find what I have already put in here, with plenty of room to add as I add to my journal, or as if I don't add so much to it that I quit using it for this year, I can start all over again for next year in it. It just depends on what I find that I need to add in here. So that was the first thing I did. Another thing that I will note with that is, if you come to the back of the journal, I have a pin test page, and I haven't put that in the index yet because I haven't quite decided how I want to do it. Do I want to add it to the bottom here and then knowing that more will come here, or do I just want to wait and add it like down here because it's the last couple pages? So I haven't quite decided on that. So then the second thing that I did, and this was after I had already started doing my lists and things, I added washi tape, and I don't know if you can even see it, but it's right in here, and they're page dividers. So when I come to this, I can open this up right here, and I'm at a new section. I decided I didn't want to add tabs or anything because I want to keep it all sleek, and I don't want extra bulk. I actually had decided I was going to keep this in my file of facts. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too big for that, which is okay, because what I've decided now is it stays with my close to my heart journal, and so I can work in it at the end of the day every day. So that was how that got set up. So now let's start. So on page 1 we have our index, and then we start on page 3 with monthly chores. So what I did is I divided it up, and I kind of made a mistake there, but I'm not going to fix it. I started in February and went February, March, April, May, June, and July. So I put 6 months in here, and I drew a grid, and it says monthly chores. And I want to point out that I decided that I'm not using stickers. I may change my mind later and do some washi. I don't know. But for now, I am just doing simple handwriting, and you know, the washi here divides the pages, but I so far haven't started using a lot of washi. And then on this page, I put those chores that I knew I need to accomplish sometime during the every month, but they're not things that I necessarily want to add into my daily. I just know that by the end of February, I want to have these 4 things done. I want to have my appliances washed, my kitchen cabinets washed, my shower curtain washed, and my dining room cabinets washed. I've got a couple of those done, and so I just took a colored pencil that, again, I keep in my kit that stays in my room with my journal, just cheap color pencils that I found left over from something, and I colored in the boxes to show that in February 2 of those 4 chores are done. Then I took, then on this page, I have the rest of the year through December with the same 4 chores. But you see I have plenty of room to go up the grid if, as I go through and I discover things I need to add on here, maybe things that I feel like need to be done every month. And then I came to my daily chores, and I started with February, and even though the grid's going the opposite direction, you'll notice that I put all of my page headers at the top. But then when you turn it this way, I've numbered it for February 1 through 29, and then I put in the chores that I need to do every single day. Chores and or tasks. Some of them, I hate to use the word chores because some of them are things I enjoy doing, and they're just, but I want to make sure that I am keeping track of whether I'm getting it done. I also added in my water and my exercise from here. And as you can see, I've not done all of these chores very well this month, but we're working on it. And that's the whole point of this, is so that I can see progress and see what areas I need to work on, and so that I can get the things done and make myself do, because quite frankly, sometimes when I get home from work, all I want to do is crash. And if I would just take 15 minutes to work on a project or something like that, then I could get it done. So I did that, and I put in then March and through the end of the year. I have not done the grids on here yet. I just haven't got to them, but it's not something that's pressing, and even if I don't get to it until the end of the month of February, it will be fine. And then there will be room to add more chores if I need to, just like I can on the other pages. So it's working really well for me. Then we go through the whole year, and then we come to my daily routines. So what do I have in my daily routines? And I anticipate that I'll be able to get at least 3 months on a page for this. So when I come through the whole days of the week, I have some blank pages before my next section, so that I can get through the days of the week multiple times throughout the year. So my daily routines on Sunday, and I did a grid, February 7th, 14th, 21, and 28, the 4 Sundays of the month. And these are, I don't do a lot of extra work on Sundays. It's a day of rest for me when it can be, and sometimes that's when I maybe will do some fun craft projects or something after church or between church services, and sometimes I take a nap. I just don't tie up with a lot of chores, but this is life, and there are some things that need to be done. So when I had in my brainstorming, when I had divided up my chores, I chose a couple of really simple ones that I would do on Sunday, and then on Monday, and so on and so forth throughout the year. Now, one thing that I also want to tell you is I am not locked into doing them these days. For instance, if you look, today is Monday the 8th, and if you look over here on Tuesday the 9th, I've already done a chore for here. So if I get it done early, I go ahead and mark it off. And the reason why is because, you know, today I actually happen to take a day off and then I know that on Saturday I have to work. So that kind of changes the dynamics of things that I have to get done. So my goal is to get all of the boxes checked, and if it's on the wrong day, it's on the wrong day, and I'm fine with them. The other thing I want you to know is that these may not be chores that I do myself. For instance, if we look on Monday, Monday is my trash day. So all the garbages need to be out and the trash can taken to the curb, because Tuesday morning is garbage pickup, earlier usually than most of us have time to deal with it in the morning. So it has to be done and ready by Monday night. But this isn't my job. This is my son's job typically. Or if he's out of town or he's too busy to be able to do it, then my husband does it for him. But this is just a reminder that this has to be done. So by the time I go home tonight, or by the time I go to bed tonight, I truly anticipate that the laundry will be done and the trashes will be emptied, because those are both things that either I'm currently working on or someone else will, but I will mark it off the list when I'm done. So I'm being kind of flexible with this. I'm making it work for me, and at the same time making sure that the things that we need to accomplish in our family are getting done on a daily basis. So I go through the daily chores, and then, like I said, I've got some blank pages so I have room to start over again when I fill up one page each. And then I come to my next section, and this is my blog and my YouTube section. So what I have done, one of the things that I love blogging and YouTubing, and more than the blogging and YouTubing, is I love taking the time to do the crafts and the projects that I do. And that's one of the things that I have found over the last several months that I have really not taken the time to do. And for me, this is a time of relaxation. So I've decided one of the things I need to do is make a concerted effort to get it done. So I started here, blog and YouTube, with January. And you see every blog and YouTube video that I did, or a blog post that I did, is here, which is pretty sad when you look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in January. Not good. And January was actually better than some of my months have been for the last several months. So I wrote them all down, even though January was pretty much over, so that I would have a running list for the year. Then I made myself a little key, because I decided on that after I had already written in January. So I just chose purple because, you know, I love purple. And that's where I wrote the dates that I had these things posted and the different projects or videos that I had done. And then in my key, you see that blue is for planner. It's planner related. Pink is for projects. This kind of eggplant colors for my reflections posts, which I don't do a lot of those, and those are usually only on blog posts. So if you want to check out my reflections, that's when I just really have heart-to-heart talks, and I write. And then green is for hauls. And then there's a black square that tells me it's gone live. So next to each of these posts, you see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 planner posts that I did. I've got 2 project posts and 1 haul. And so I can see pretty quickly what I've done, and that all of those are live. So when we look at February, I chose red because it's Valentine's, and we see all of these dots of posts that I plan to do. Some of them are dated. This one's going live on the 14th. So if you're seeing that, this one's already squared off, and there may be others that are squared off because I'm kind of taping these out of order. But these are the posts. So I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 project posts planned, and 2 of them are live, and then 1 planner post is live. So I can see that. Then when I post in these lunchbox cards that I want to do, I'll put the date in, and then once I have shot some videos and I'm arranging things, and then once it goes live, I will draw a square about it. And then I'll keep going on and on like that. And I left several pages here so that I can do that. So then we come to our next section, which is Cuba planning. And you're probably wondering, what in the world is Cuba planning? Well, Lord willing, I'm planning on sometime later in the year going on a medical mission to Cuba. And so I have a lot of things that I need to do to get ready for Cuba. Things like getting my passport because it's expired, and doing inventory, and even thinking about the things that I need to pack, because I'm so limited in the amount of baggage that I can take. I am going to have to be very careful with how I pack. So I want to plan that all out. So that's going to go in this section. And I just left a couple pages for that because it won't take long. This is wish list, and you see I have a beautiful blank piece of wish list here, and I actually saved, I don't know, 2 or 4 pages front and back for wish list. And I really right now don't have a long wish list, but I want to have it there so that when there are certain things that I know that I really want to purchase, I can go ahead and put that list on here, so that then I, like everybody else, can figure out when I can purchase it by my budget. So that's what those pages are for. And then we have a whole close to my heart section. This is the final section currently in my book. And in a way that's good because I have a monthly club that I do with Close to My Heart. And so I will use this to plan out that, which I haven't got there yet. I have a gathering that I have coming up. And so I've started making my notes for my gathering and just checking off. I don't have any special key. It's just when a task is done, I check it off. And so I've been working on that to get ready for my party that's coming up. So there we have how I'm using my bullet journal. And I have to tell you that it's working really well for me now. I am not discouraged that there aren't as many things colored in here as I would like, because I see it as progress. Things are getting done. Our lives are getting organized. We're getting things done that we need to get done. So I hope that inspires you. I'm going to keep right on using my daily file of facts because that's pretty simple stuff. That's where I keep track of my menus. That's where I keep track of my appointments. Those are things that I need to do, but they're not the down and dirty daily to-do lists. And let me tell you, I'm learning about myself. If I don't have a list done, I'm not going to get the task done. So I hope that inspires you, and take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.